All right, I think that's it for my harvest today. We've had a really busy first day back to school for all the children. I got some zucchini, yellow squash, 5 cucumbers, all of them really large. Tons of peppers. These are like these are snacking peppers, which are great to send with the children for lunch for snacks. Shishito peppers. Oh, I did get some tomatoes. I'm gonna go look for some more of these Crazy Tom tomatoes. They're very sweet. Handful of green beans, and that's about it. We're at this phase where a lot of the plants look really bad, but then a lot of them, because we're cooling off, are starting to look really amazing. So what we're gonna do is just clean them up, take off the bad parts. Some of them we just have to wait till they burn out. That's just gardening. You have to wait for everything to ripen. And so they start to look worse and worse as the food gets more mature. And we just have to kind of trim them up and make them look the best we can. Some things it's time to pull them out for good. But these will look really, really nice in about a week and a half. As I start to clear out some of this mess and get new young things in, and then some of these things like the eggplant are just starting to really perk up. I've had a terrible eggplant season. I think they just have hated the heat, even though they're heat tolerant. They are perking up and looking really amazing. The peppers, a lot of things are starting to look really nice now that it's cooling off a little bit. I wish you guys could feel it. It actually feels a little bit like fall here. If you grow the Crazy Toms, you're gonna harvest them when they're like this color. They're almost opaque yellow. They look like they're not ripe. So I was waiting a little too long and they weren't tasting very great. So you want them when they're kind of opaque white or opaque yellow, and they're so sweet. Very prolific. I'm loving them. And they are even starting to look good now too. So I'm gonna cut off all the icky parts and let those just continue to do their thing until our first frost. The mushroom tower, it may be done. I don't know. I'm not ready to take it apart yet. It's had some, and if you're curious about this, I'll link a video below how I grow mushrooms. I grow mushrooms in several different ways. This is one of them. I've noticed there have been some contaminated mushrooms, so just some wild mushrooms or some mushroom spores that are prone to be in straw that have come through, and everything's sort of slowed down, but we haven't had any rain, so I don't know if that's it. I do see a little bit of pink oyster on the back, so I'm not going to scrap it yet, but because this is new, I just really don't know like at what point this is done. And I need to start over. I don't have anything to start over with, so we're just gonna let it go. So I've been sharing how we're redoing the kitchen, and I found this really cool discontinued stove. It's made by a company that used to make wood stoves that branched out and made some that weren't wood stoves because it gets too hot here to run a wood stove full time. We have one that we can use in the winter. But we got it in, and now I took out the upper cabinets here. I got to do some repairing and some fixing, and the rest of the cabinets are getting ripped out starting tomorrow. So it'll probably take a month to get it all done. This is amazing, and I am enjoying this so much.